I think about worldview. I'm thinking about how does one make sense of the world we live in? And how does one answer, I think, the most fundamental questions about our existence? Where did all this come from? How did we get here?
Mhm.
What's our purpose in life? Like, what's the purpose of humanity? What's the purpose of my life? And then when we look at the world around us and we're honest with ourselves and we're honest with what we're experiencing, we have to ask the question, what's wrong with us? There's obviously something wrong in this world. There's so much evil and there's so much sin and wickedness. And then asking the question, what's the solution? How do we fix all this? Christianity for me has provided the best answers. Christianity provides for me a framework that helps me make sense of the world I live in. And atheism just doesn't do that for me.
Hmm.
Atheism, I don't think, can answer those questions in a satisfactory way.
You started off with how did we get here?
Yeah.
And then what's our purpose in life?
Yeah.
You have a view that there's something wrong with us. As far as how did we get here?
Yeah.
You can talk about the beginning of the universe, so you can talk about the beginning of life.
Right.
And we can go back pretty far, and we know a lot of things, but there are some unanswered questions right there
Yeah.
with the very beginnings of both of those.
Yeah.
When we get to those earliest questions, I feel like the most honest answer is we don't know that.
Hmm.
How did the universe begin? We're not exactly sure. We have some
Yeah.
ideas,
Yeah.
but we're not exactly sure.
Yeah.
How did the first life come into existence? We're not 100%, but we know a lot of things. We
Yeah.
know the building blocks of life. But I think that the most honest answer to a lot of those questions is we don't know.
Sure.
And so when people attempt to fill in the blank with your God or any other God, and we've done this throughout our existence,
Yeah.
as a species, when we don't have an answer, we'll make up an answer,
Yeah.
and we'll keep working on it and crafting it until all the pieces fit. In terms of how we got here, I don't know. And I think that that's the most honest answer.
Sure.
As far as purpose in life, my opinion is that we decide our
Sure.
purpose,
Yeah.
good or bad. Some people have ill intent.
Yeah.
Other people find a lot of joy and peace and happiness in helping people and in
Hmm.
making other people's journey as pleasant as they can.
Yeah.
They decide how they walk on this earth, how they fit into this puzzle. As far as what's wrong with us, that's we we definitely part ways there.
Yeah. You
When
don't think there's anything wrong with people or this world?
I think that it's a mix
Okay.
of incredible things and horrible things.
Yeah.
And you find what you look for. If I focus on the negative, I can find a lot of it.
Hmm.
And if I focus on the positive, I can find a lot of that.
Yeah.
But overall, I feel like it's a mix. Humans have done some terrible things and continue to, and we've also done some amazing things.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's a mix.
Sure. I'd agree.
So,
And I would agree with you on that.
but when I look around the world in general,
Hmm.
I feel like it's an amazing, beautiful place that I want to explore more of.
Yeah.
There's so many places on this planet that I'm like, wow, that is incredible. I'd love to go there.
Yeah.
There's so many cultures and people groups that I'd love to know their experience, their journey. And I feel limited that I've just been stuck in this little corner of it,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I try
you
to make
should become a pastor like me and you can do mission trips.
right.